Hi kiddos, we are going to do calendar together today. So let's get started. First, can you find for me the orange star? The orange star is on the number 5 because today is the 5th day of October. Now let's take a look at today's date. Today's date is Monday, October 5th, 2020. Can you say that for me? Great job! Now let's say it together. Today's date is Monday, October 5th, 2020. All right, now I'm going to move down to the boxes here and I'm going to start with the green box. The green box says, today is. Can you remind me, what day is it today? Today is Monday, so I'm going to put Monday in the green box. All right, now let's move up to the pink box. The pink box says, yesterday was. If today is Monday, then that means that yesterday was Sunday. So I'm going to put Sunday in the pink box. All right, now let's move down to the blue box. The blue box says, tomorrow will be. If today is Monday, then that means that tomorrow is going to be Tuesday. So I'm going to put Tuesday in the blue box. All right, now I'm going to read it all together and then I would love for you to read along with me. So I'm going to start up at the pink box. Yesterday was Sunday. Today is Monday. Tomorrow will be Tuesday. All right, now let's say it together. Yesterday was Sunday. Today is Monday. Tomorrow will be Tuesday. Fantastic. Now let's move on to the weather report. Let's take a look. The forecast for today is cloudy. Can you take a look for me outside and tell me, is it cloudy today? All right. Now let's move on to the pink box. The pink box is the temperature, and the temperature for today is going to be 63 degrees. And we know that this number is talking about degrees and temperature because of this little circle right here. When the little circle is next to a number, that means that that number is talking about degrees and temperature. So now let's take a look at our red line. Our red line is getting smaller by each day because now it is fall. So that means that it is starting to get a little chilly outside. Soon our red line will shrink smaller and smaller, and when it gets smaller, it's going to mean that it's getting colder outside. All right, now let's move on to the weather graph. Can you remind me, what's the weather going to be today? It's going to be cloudy today, so I'm going to put a yellow rectangle in the cloudy row. All right, let's count how many cloudy days we have had in October so far. All right, 1, 2, 3. We have had 3 cloudy days in October. All right, now let's move on to the number of days in school. All right, so we are going to count all of the number of days in school that we've had so far. Do you remember, how did we count the number of days in school last week? We started at the end of last week. Do you remember? We started counting by tens last week, and we saw that it helped us count a lot quicker. And since we've had a lot of days in school, I would like to try counting by tens again. What do you think? Can we do that? I think we can. So you may be wondering, how can we count by tens, Miss Amanda? Well, you see, if there's a full 10 frame, we know that right there is the number 10. And how many full 10 frames do we have? Let's count. 1, 2, 3. So that means that we can count by 10 3 times. But then, Miss Amanda, what are we going to do when we get to the fourth 10 frame? Well, kiddos, once we get to this 10 frame and start counting the green circles, then we're going to have to count by ones since it's not a full 10 frame yet. But we can count these 10 frames up here by tens. So let's get started. 10, 20, 30. Now let's count by ones. 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38. Great job. Let's do that together one more time. So remember, we're counting these 10 frames by 10 because they are full 10 frames. And then we're going to start counting by ones when we get to the green circles. All right, let's do it. 10, 20, 30. Now we're counting by ones. 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38. Great job. That was a lot of counting, but look at how quickly we got it done. So kiddos, I have another question before we move on to patterns. How many more days of school do we need to have until we fill up 4 10 frames? Let's count the blinks together. 1, 2. So after 2 more days, then we will have filled up 4 10 frames. And on that day, we'll be able to count the days of school all by tens. How fun is that going to be? Okay, now let's move on to pattern work. Ooh, so we're still working with numbers today. All right, let's read the first pattern together. And remember, when we get to a blank, we're going to cover our mouths. All right, let's read the first one together. 4, 2, 2, 4. What number do you think goes on this blank? Well, I see that the blank is in between 2 2s. So, all right, let me see if I can find somewhere else in the pattern a number before a number 2, because this blank will be a number before the number 2. So let's look. Oh, I see a number 4 before a number 2. So I think a 4 may work, but now I want to see which number comes after a number 2 in the pattern, because this number also has to come after number 2. So let's take a look. Oh, I see a number 4. So do you think that I should put a number 4 on this blank? I think this could work because a 4 over here is after the number 2, so that would work for this side. And then there's a 4 that comes before the number 2, which would be on this side. All right, how do you think this looks? Did we do it right? I think so. So let's say the whole pattern together. 4, 2, 4, 2, 4. Great job. Now let's move on to this next pattern. Let's read the whole pattern together. 1, 6, 6, 1. What number do you think goes on this blank? I think that a number 1 may go on this blank because there's the number is in between two sixes. So that means it has to be a number that comes before a 6, and over here a 1 is before the 6. And it has to be a number that comes after a 6, and over here there's a 1 after a 6. So I'm going to put a number 1 over here. What do you think? Did we do it right? I think so too, so let's say the whole pattern together. 1, 6, 1, 6, 1. Great job. Now we have one pattern left. Let's read it together. 3, 3, 5, 3. What number do you think goes on this blank? Well, let's see. This blank is in between two number 3s. So I'm going to look in the pattern for somewhere that there's a number between two number 3s. Oh, I see a number 5 in between two number 3s. So do you think that I should put a number 5 on this blank? I think so too. So I'm going to put a number 5 on this blank. All right, kiddos, how did we do? I think it's right, so let's read it all together. 3, 5, 3, 5, 3. Great job. Thank you so much for helping me with calendar today. I hope that you have a lovely rest of your day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.